ladies, happy Saturday. Okay, She Can Pack Powers here. I'm on my porch relaxing, doing my hair max. I got my smoothies. Ladies, what haven't you picked up in your life before you went through something very traumatic? What was once enjoyable to you that now you don't pick up? It's on the back burner because you went through an abusive relationship, you went to jail, you went through homelessness, you went through so much loss and setbacks, and now you're just going along with the get along, and now you're content with what you're doing. Have you ever asked yourself why you haven't picked up those hobbies or things you once did? Have you ever picked up and asked yourself, why is it so hard for you now to get back to those things that were once normal for you and became easy? The moment I realized that I was in survival mode and I never was like that, I've always been truly connected to my passion, my goals, my art, living free, living in my intentions that God put me here to do. But the moment life shifts and you get diagnosed with mental illness like me, and your life gets taken over by certain things and you never realize what you were going through. But then you go through situations and now you move away and now you have no choice but to sit in the stillness, to sit in the silence, to sit in your impurities. You start realizing, I forgot about those hobbies and things I once did. I forgot about that book or that craft or that project that I don't pick up on. The moment you sit back and realize why you don't get back to the things you once enjoyed, those plans you have for your life, the dreams, the aspirations, start making excuses on why you're not getting back to it. Some of us are not living in that real voice in our passions and our intentions for our lives because some of us are living in fear. Some of us are afraid to lose certain people. Some of us are afraid to move and change. But do you realize the freedom I got from moving out of a city, leaving an abusive relationship, getting back to my voice, my clarity, my direction, my fitness, my artwork, and my designs? Some of us really got things we got to get back to and pick up on, but you got to ask yourself, why aren't you consistent? Why don't you have the courage and confidence anymore to follow it? What do you need to let go of? What blockages are holding you back from really truly living in that true execution to get back to the things you once did, to get back to the things that came easy, to get back to that book, that fitness routine you had? Do you know how good it feels to have some type of stability again and balance and doing my workouts, to do my disciplines and my readings, my journaling, my education, my studies? It feels freeing to get out of autopilot, off of survival mode, out of my experiences and fogginess, to get back to some type of clarity. Now when I find myself getting back to that foggy disassociation, because trauma really takes a toll on your body and your nervous system, and you find yourself on autopilot. You find yourself not taking time for stillness, not taking time to sit, not taking time to focus, complete, and stay consistent in tasks. One of the biggest things I've always been consistent in, though, ladies, in my self-care routine. That self-care routine is what powered me forward through jail, homelessness, domestic violence, and any situation I face in life now. Because when you take time to be obedient and consistent in something, and you find your obedience and consistent and discipline again after you leave abusive relationship, or you're going through setbacks from jail, rehab, homelessness, anything that's very traumatic to the body and mind, you really feel empowered. You really start growing a stronger connection to yourself and your ways and your whys and your wonders, and now you know how to maneuver through life. It's no longer the blame of the outside world. There's no longer a blame of somebody else or even the situation you went through. Take time, ladies. Take time to ask yourself, what have you forgotten about before you went this traumatic season? The grief, the loss, the setbacks, the abuse. Like I had to ask myself, and then I had to really courageously dive into these spaces. Get back to that passion for my life, my colors, my art, my designs, my true goals. Sometimes it creates fear in you